Okay, hopefully wind's not going to be too bad of a factor here. Of course, it's blowing right towards my microphone, but just a quick one. This is for Monsieur Cletus Clem, and we were talking about polk stalks. So, this is what we call polk, Polk. I know y'all got what you call the polk salad. Now, this you can eat the leaves off of also, nor the chainsaws. That's where my neighbor brought over half a dozen chainsaws for me to work on. So, again, this has gone purple. Once it gets purple, you can eat it if you want to. Try to let the wind subside because it's probably going to cover my audio here, so hopefully it'll quit in a second. Anyway, the reason you don't eat it once it gets this real purple, and it does have the berries have started to come on, once it gets the berries on, it's going to be too hard also, but these are just the berry blooms. Anyway, get it while it's still green, maybe with a little purple in it. The reason you don't eat it when it gets to this stage is because it's kind of like eating wood. It gets real fibrous, it gets hard, almost like wood. But I'm just using it for an illustration purpose, so if you're going to eat the polk salad off of it, pick your leaves off. And as you'll see how it's stringing off? Once you peel all your leaves off, you'll pinch them off right at the end of your stalk. Now you can devein them if you want, take the stem out. Stems are okay when it's still green on the stalk. They're not too tough, but at this stage it's just tough. But this was just to illustrate the purpose again. And you'll see how we peel it right on down. Okay, I'm just going to cut off a small section. Just a second. Make it easier on the camera here. But you pick all your salad off. And again, I know there's going to be some people argue the difference in polk and poke, and is it the same or whatever. But when you get these on the green stalk, just take your knife at the end of it, and you can just kind of turn loose the bark on it. Again, this will be different when it's green instead of purple, but you simply peel it down. And when it's still green, well, as you can see kind of how she's doing now, it's like stringing a bean. It's just like pulling the string off a bean. So once you get it all peeled off, which of course I'm not going to go through the trouble, but again, I'll use for illustration purposes here. And you simply peel all the outside bark off. Now again, hopefully we can see this. Sorry for my crappy camera, but you see how it's getting really fibrous here? It's actually getting hard. And that is tough. So this is the reason you don't eat it when it gets to this size. This end's a little easier. And again, remember, this is just, you don't do it when it's green. And you'll simply peel it. Then, and you'll see the pithy center. Again, sorry for the crappy camera. But this basically gets sliced and fried just like okra. I guess I'll go ahead and pull that off so I can show a slice here. But, and just slice it, yay big, whatever. Again, you can see how this gets tough when it gets this size. But simply slice it and, whatever size you want. I like them a little thicker. And again, you won't have all this toughness and tendrils and stringy when it's young. But this is what a polk stalk's going to look like. Soak it in water for a little while, 30 minutes, hour, whatever, cold water. It'll just help keep it crispy. And also give a little moisture when you go to roll it. Again, simply You can cut them real thin if you want. I usually cut them about like that. Some people cut them like that. After you have it sliced up, put it in water for a little bit. 2 parts meal, 1 part flour. Mix it up good. Maybe throw you a little sprinkle of salt in there, or you can just do the meal and flour. Salt it when it comes out of the pan. Put 2 parts meal, 1 part flour. I prefer an iron skillet, but any good skillet works. And personal preference, you can use Crisco, you can use vegetable oil, corn oil, canola oil, whatever type of oil you want. But you want to put enough in the bottom of your pan, to where it's going to coat it good. And you're going to pan fry it. Once you do that, it's just like fried okra, fried squash, fried whatever. Has a really good flavor to it. To me, it's a lot better than okra. Your skinny okra. Oh good, I actually didn't lose my video that time. Probably won't be upside down now, but anyway, cut this short. It's definitely not slimy like okra, but it does have a really good flavor. Me, I don't eat the leaves, I don't eat the greens. I don't like turnip greens or collard greens or mustard greens. I also can't stand iced tea, so basically everybody accuses me of being adopted. Anyway, that's what polk looks like. That's how you fix it. If you want to do the greens, fix them just like spinach. Fix them just like turnip greens. Me, I say feed them to the rabbits. But anyway, that's how you do polk stalks. Fry polk stalks and what your polk looks like. Okay, see you, bye.